everyone, and welcome to another edition of Mind Your Business with SML. It's my pleasure to introduce Andre Rogers, founder and CEO of E3Insights, LLC, a strategic advisory firm focused on helping CEOs and leadership teams build a stronger operational foundations, scale effectively, and lead with clarity. Andre is a highly accomplished executive, entrepreneur, and operator with more than 3 decades of experience leading and scaling organizations in the government contracting and technology sectors. He is best known as co-founder and former chief operating officer of Enlightened Inc., where he helped grow the company from a startup to a highly respected 30 million federal IT services and consulting firm. His leadership was instrumental in establishing the operational infrastructure, delivery excellence, and disciplined growth strategy required to support federal agency missions while sustaining long-term business success. Through E3Insights, Andre now serves as a trusted fractional COO and executive advisor to CEOs, founders, and leadership teams who are navigating critical growth stages, operational challenges, or organizational transitions. His work focuses on aligning strategy with execution, bringing structure to finance, operations, delivery, compliance, and internal accountability so companies can scale with confidence. His E3 framework, evaluate, execute, and enhance, helps organizations identify operational gaps, implement solutions, and build sustainable systems that support both immediate performance and long term growth. Andre's expertise is particularly valuable to government contractors and emerging businesses that have outgrown startup mode but have not yet fully matured their operational infrastructure. He helps leaders move out of reactive decision making and into intentional, scalable leadership, creating clarity across teams, improving discipline, and positioning companies for greater profitability, stability, and strategic opportunity. In addition to his leadership and advisory work, Andre is a respected voice in the GovCon and business leadership community. He has served on multiple corporate and nonprofit boards, delivered presentations and industry talks, including TEDx presentation, and is widely recognized for his commitment to developing leaders, strengthening organizations, and continuing to have economic and business growth as a focus. Andre brings a rare combination of founder experience, operational rigor, and executive perspective. He understands firsthand what it takes to build, scale, and sustain a successful organization, and he is a deeply committed individual to helping other leaders do the same. Please join me in welcoming the amazing Andre Rogers. Take it away,
Well,
Andre.
thank you, Marty. That was just a wonderful introduction. Hopefully that was all about me. I was like, is that true? Is that true? Wow. But thanks so much, Marty. That was a fantastic introduction. And thank you for being such a great partner. Obviously, I believe in the fractional model. And actually, I use you on a fractional basis, and it's worked very well. And not only for us, but also for our clients. So thank you so much for that. One of the reasons why I so believe in the fractional model is one, because I've been there. I've been a C-suite leader having these great ideas and not the bandwidth to execute. And way back then, there really wasn't an opportunity to hire somebody on a fractional basis. You either had to hire them full time, or you just had to figure it out with what you had. And oftentimes that didn't happen. And now in such much more of a competitive, especially government contracting environment, you really have to take every opportunity to fulfill your goal. I've seen CEOs have great ideas. Most CEOs want to do the strategic plan. They want to have objectives. I talked to one CEO and we went through their strategic objectives, and they said, his comment was, well, these are modest, these are okay, these are achievable, which is what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to have achievable goals. But a lot of CEOs want to stretch. They want stretch goals, or they have goals what I call BHAG, the big, hairy, audacious goal. Um, and that's really what, gets them up in the morning, wanting them to do their best. Um, but the day-to-day things really can get in the way. You and I were just talking before we came on about, oh, we got employee performance reviews we got to do, right? Um, and those little things add up over time, and it can really put a barrier between you achieving those big audacious goals, or at least going after them. One person says, hey, shoot for the stars, worst case you land on the moon. You really have to go for it. And you don't want those things that are important. You've got to get them done. And sometimes they're very urgent. But to get in the way of those long-term strategic goals. And that's where E3 Insights really wants to be a partner. We want to ensure that government contractors who have great products or great services, who really believe in America and the American dream and want to contribute in this way, don't get derailed by the administrative. All may be in good intentions, because as government contractors we are spending taxpayers dollars, and there's got to be a lot of um, review around how we spend it. But we don't want that administrator to get in the way of providing great services and great products. And that's really what E3 Insights wants to be able to help with, to be able to take those important, urgent matters off of the CEO's plate so that they can really focus on doing the things that's really going to move their company forward. And I'll end with this anecdote that I recently was talking to a colleague, and they were helping a government contractor in business development. And the government contractor came and was like, you know what, we were going after this deal, and we missed a correspondence solicitation, and now we're no longer able to bid. Um, it's not because they were, uninformed, or it's those things that the CEO really needs to keep an eye on. The government comes out with an email, out of the blue, says, "Hey, you've got to respond in 24 hours. Let us know you're still going to bid." And if you're distracted by other things and you miss something that's strategically important, it really can derail your goals that you have planned for this year. So that's why I really encourage CEOs to take a look at what they're doing, categorize those things that they're bogged down by urgent but not important. Those things that I always told myself, you know what? If I didn't do this, am I going to say 10 years from now, that's the reason I wasn't successful, because I didn't do that? No, that really wasn't strategically important. So take those things that are not strategically important and find Marnie, find myself, find someone who you can give those things to. Trust me, they'll get done, but you really can keep your eye focused on those big things that's going to make a difference in your company's life.
Man, that was amazing, Andre.
Woo!
And
Oh,
you know
great.
me, I'm fractional, so you know I'm all about this world. I mean, and it's just all about helping people, right?
That's right.
That's it. Just trying
Yeah.
to be fair and figure out. And here's the other side of the coin. I think it forces some reflection
Yeah.
sometimes internally,
Yes.
on even what I'm doing here at SML, because maybe we help
Right.
improve something for someone else. So then I think, wait a minute, we should implement
That's right.
that.
Right. That's right.
There's
You gotta
all,
gotta drink our
you know,
Kool-Aid.
that's
Absolutely.
exactly it. And there's always, something to learn, some new
Right.
strategies, some new
Yeah.
tools, some new platforms. There's all these ways to integrate,
Yeah.
into your just to make it just a little bit easier. Not
Yes.
100%,
Right.
just
Right.
a little room to
Yep.
allow room for that, more strategic eye on your business instead of just,
Yeah.
I
Just
don't want to say the
doing the
day-to-day
day-to-day stuff.
drudgery, but
Right.
sometimes
Sometimes.
you have to
Absolutely.
keep it rolling.
That's right.
Yes, this was amazing. Okay, guys, I'm going to post this obviously on LinkedIn and my YouTube, and I'm going to tag Andre and his company. Guys, please do not sleep on this. Contact Andre. He is amazing. Not only is he amazing to his clients, he's also amazing to his partners. And you guys, you know how much that means to me and how much that speaks of a person. So please, please, please contact Andre today and start making that magic happen for your organization. And thank you, everyone, for listening to another Mind Your Business with SML.